Welcome to live chat. I don't need that. Hey, everybody. Sorry, too many notifications on the phone. It's Tuesday. I'm on a treadmill. It is Treadmill Tuesday. I got props today. So one of the things that's fun about being at a running store, why not bring on some of the running shoes, right? And listen, I am no shoe expert. That's what my friends over here do. It's 5 questions I go ask them. But I wanted to bring something up. I actually just got my copy of Runner's World yesterday, which is a whole nother conversation in itself because the magazine looks different. But they were talking about different types of shoes in there. And one of the things they brought up in particular that I want to show you is Saucony. So Saucony is the brand that I prefer for marathon running. I will also say it's really important. I just had a call with a client and she was talking about, I just do this thing and I have lots of different shoes. And I said, listen, if you open a toolbox, it's pretty rare that you open a toolbox and only find a hammer sitting in there. So multiple shoes is really, really important. Now, talking about race shoes. And so this happened to be the shoe that I wore for the Boston Marathon. So this is the Saucony Endorphin Pro. It does have a carbon plate on the inside. These carbon plates have been shown to improve efficiency by 2 to 4%, which I'm gonna take every time, right? I need all the help I can get. But I read about this shoe, which I didn't even know existed. This is the Saucony Endorphin Elite 2. Look at all the cushion on here, okay? So you could say, well, they look about the same. So what's the difference? Well, the color's similar. Let's start with price. $225, $275. So this, again, has the carbon plate in there. So the difference was, and this is a little bit lighter, a little bit. But if you think, what does a little bit mean over 26.2 miles? A little bit means a lot. So this has different type of foam than this one does. And again, I'm not super nerdy about this stuff. I just find it interesting, like what makes, first of all, it's so interesting what shoes look like anyway nowadays. And what's the purpose of this, right? And again, what's the distance? You're not gonna wear this for a 5K race, or you might. They actually said for shorter distances to use this one, the Pro. So they said as a whole, using the Pro is obviously more affordable, which most people do. But if you're like trying to place in a race, I just rhymed, that's where you want to use this one. This thing is so light, and it also, like this is totally see-through here, so it's super light there. Now, I'm bringing this up because I showed my client this book. I had it with me today. So why does Grandma run barefoot? First of all, I had to get this book because I was like, that needs to be in my collection. So the reason I got this, Grandma does run barefoot. Grandma's not putting herself in a pair of these carbon shoes. So it just goes to show you that there is a whole spectrum of footwear. One of my clients was telling me today that he saw in the Boulder, 3 guys running together all barefoot. Now, would you go out tomorrow and run barefoot? You better not do that. Some of you is saying, I wouldn't even go out and run tomorrow. But you really have to pay attention to, again, there is not one tool for everything, okay? So barefoot, if you're just starting out, barefoot is when you do your exercises, standing there. Barefoot, if you want to try running, go on the grass, 5-10 minutes. Go to the beach, 5-10 minutes. Start there's a clinician that I follow. I love the way she said that. She said, you have to earn your way to having enough strength in the feet to be able to be barefoot, which is ideal. Some of these shoes, like the Hoka's, has all this monster cushioning, your feet aren't getting any proprioceptive work, but because there's a carbon plate in here, it's designed for speed, which is why you would use this in a race. You do not train in these shoes, okay? You get a regular old tennis shoe, which is funny because we're not playing tennis, but you know what I mean. A regular old training shoe, okay? And so that's why you go to your friends at the local running store and you talk to them, tell them what you're doing, and they will help you. Okay? So I wanted to share that with you. I got to go put these on the shelf because they're getting ready to close. But have a great week, everybody. Keep moving forward, and I'll see you next time. Bye.